Hi, Roy here with Roy Reads Anything, a booktube channel about old books that are strange or interesting or just weird. And this will be an unboxing video. So here is a box and I have fairly vague ideas as to what's inside it. So this was a present. Yeah, Jenny was asking why I'd bought a large amount of noodle soup. I don't think it's going to. Well, yeah, we did acquire noodle soup once when we thought there was going to be power cuts, but this comes from the fabulous Dave Brzelski, who is a guy who clearly believes in keeping things in circulation and getting things to people who might appreciate them, which is a lovely, lovely thing. So let's see what is in here with the knife of opening. Okay. See, this is the really exciting part of opening the package. Well, there was that time I ordered Sexton Blake books and it was a tea service, so you never quite know. Yeah, there was that did happen. Yeah. So, well, we've got some British science fiction magazines. Astounding Science Fiction, British 1 and 9 edition. So these are, wow. How much it costs? Yeah, well, yeah. 1 and 9. Going up to 2 shillings. I guess it was 1960. This one's September 1960. So you got an Isaac Asimov story in that one. So yeah, so hang on, let's see. We've got some astoundings. Okay, Astounding Science Fiction. Great cover for that. Omnilingual by H. Beam Piper is the lead story. That's a novelette with some short stories as well. Part of a serial by James Blish and an article, editorial. The reference library by P. Schuyler Miller. This just looks great. That one's from 1957. So there's going to be tons to. There's millions of these things. So, oh, a Murray Leinster story, Ribbon in the Sky. Man, does that say? It says Enough Rope by Powell Anderson. And this artwork is just fabulous. Obviously an earlier one when it was 1 and 6. Street and Smith's Astounding Science Fiction. So I don't know anything about the publication history of these. Clearly it's an American magazine that had British reprints. Thinking Machine, a nice nice computer there. Back when computers were computers.
What, before they were egg timers?
No, before they were tiny and portable, when it was like filling a room and with things whirring round and that sort of thing.
That sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh man, this is just like superb. Well, I can't at this. It'll be a long video if I go through every single issue, but clearly there's going to be tons and tons of fabulous stuff to dig into in these. So yeah, my God, like I say, got another Murray Leinster story with some menacing animals. Just a bit of a coincidence here. As we were just talking about Ambrose Bierce, author of The Devil's Dictionary, here is a book called The New Devil's Dictionary by J.N. Williamson. illustrated by J.K. Potter. So, from the abyss to zombie, not to mention eldritch, oblivion, and Stygian,
My favourite sort of oblivion.
this dictionary goes straight for the jugular. So I'm guessing it's a sort of
Let's hope it doesn't
dictionary
go
of
straight for the
terms from horror stories and uncanny fiction, with some kind of percentage rating for it for each entry and some scary pictures. Okay, so look forward to seeing what that's all about. And note the weird synchronicity unfolding here in real time. I hadn't thought about Devil's Dictionaries of any sort until today. This looks like a pulp reprint. Ace G-Man stories. The Suicide Squad reports for death. I guess that would be right up their street. Another fanzine or semi-prozine, Doppelganger 9, Fantasy and Terror, issue 11. Oh. Okay, so there's a lot of these what look like pulp fanzines about pulp, with some reprints and some articles. Shudder Stories, Astro Adventures, Risque Stories, more Risque Stories, Pulse Pounding Adventure Stories, Riverside Quarterly, and some Western Stories by Robert E. Howard. How fantastic is that? The Snorer Kid. There's an Arkham sampler. Several Arkham samplers. More Howard. So, good Lord, what a cornucopia of fabulous stuff. Okay, then moving. Whoa, hang on a sec. Okay, I believe some of this material comes from the most recent Easter Con. There's also some analog science fiction mags, which, as you can see, got quite fat and book-like at one point. So again, 2 shillings. John W. Campbell's Analog magazine. Science fact and science fiction. Getting some classic 60s design here. Again with the fabulous pictures. So yeah, loving those. And some Pulpsmith magazines too, which I did not know about. So wow, lots to explore there. Finally, Studies in Weird Fiction, issue 5. Ooh, Darrell Schweitzer, for instance. Lord Dunsany, Visions of Wonder. Stuff about Algernon Blackwood. I'll end up quoting that in my dissertation. Good, that looks really exciting. And finally, a Brian Aldiss story, an Aldiss cut-up, first publication anywhere. So, disappointing if you wanted noodle soup, obviously, but
yeah, I'm sulking now.
as a kind of archaeological history of science fiction, fantasy, and pulp publications, particularly British ones, yeah, you could probably spend like a reasonably long lifetime just delving into this box. So, what can I say, Dave? Thanks. Also quite amazed that you fitted them all in as well. They were incredibly well packed, so you did not need a random local paper or the sorts of things you often get in boxes of stuff. I'll never get them back in that neatly, but I will find a suitable home for these and explore them over time. But good. Well, that's that unboxing done. It's amazing, and in fact, it's astounding. Do not know what to say except wow. Okay, gonna log off now. I'll see you next time with something else. Cheers.